This is one of the greenest islands of the archipelago of the Azores, where flora is abundant and lush.
Here you'll find no shortage of beautiful waterfalls and stunning vistas.
This is Flores. The island is a hiker's paradise, and that is exactly what we did. Hiking. And whenever possible, we enjoyed camping. Flores is nothing short of spectacular, and it even gifted us with a special surprise in the end.
But first we had to make it to Flores, which did not go as planned.
They said that the weather is very unpredictable here in the Azores, and so you can be stranded and flights delayed. Well, that's what just happened. So we work on the next issue. Yay!
Your attention please. SAT Azores regrets to announce that the flight 542 destination Flores is still delayed due to bad weather conditions at the arrival airport. SAT Azores apologize for any inconvenience caused and thank you for your understanding.
So cool. They give you umbrellas to get to the plane. That's awesome. And you just leave them here. So cool. We just landed in Flores. Look at this, gorgeous. Nice. It was a rocky landing.
Flores, and it's raining.
Because as people say in the Azores, you'll get all 4 seasons in one single day. Waiting for the bus.
While we waited for the next bus, we used the time to send a couple of emails.
Being a digital nomad means sometimes you have to work in the middle of a shop. Finally, we arrived in Ribera Grand. First time putting up our tent on slightly windy conditions, but all good. Nice.
Our first night in our tent. We had a lovely night. Ooh, it was very good. And look at this view. Oh, sorry for the net. I'm still asleep.
Haut mal gedurcht wir schaffen ein bisschen heute Morgen. An der Mitte gehen wir dann ein bisschen spazieren und wandern.
Wat was du?
An mir
Kleine Katz, das nicht so klein ist.
Die ist wirklich nicht so klein, das ist ein großer Katz, eine große Kuhle.
An de Meer. En wir haben du geschlafen.
An unserem Zelt. At our first campsite in Ribera Grand, we made friends with a big tomcat, who actually owned the place.
But we also made friends with Camille, who sang us a song about Flores. She later on gave us a ride to our first waterfall.
That was also when our waterfall challenge started. We started with an highlight, one of the most beautiful waterfalls of the island. This waterfall is located near Ribera Grand and is quite easy to reach from there.
What makes this place incredible is the green cliff from which the waters of several waterfalls fall down into the pond below.
After such a beautiful experience, we were eager to continue our quest for waterfalls. So, we continued our hike, which took us to Ribera du Bocaglia. This long drop creates a pond at its bottom, which is just inviting for a swim. Walking, hiking, until you see this. Woo! Wow, gorgeous! Needless to say that the swim was rather a short one, because the water was still quite cold in May. Today,
We woke up with rain and wind, and we thought it was going to be a very rainy day.
we had an amazing day.
It was so beautiful.
Next day, we continued our expedition to reach Fardinha, a remote hamlet on the coast.
We decided to do part of the west coast path or trail from Ribera Grand to Fardinha,
Fardinha.
which is over there.
Wow.
And we didn't see any well, but we are trying.
Fardinha is over there. On our way there, a hidden shortcut took us to the once forgotten hamlet of Quadra. Now it's going steep, as you can see by the looks of Annabella. Very steep, very steep,
Not so easy.
very steep. Ooh. Oh, very steep. This is like climbing Machu Picchu. Almost as steep and almost the same terrain. Same humidity, but just not as warm. After an arduous climb, we arrived at the Aldea de Quadra, nowadays a tourist resort with sustainable lodgings. The hamlet dates from 1676, but in the 1960s it was abandoned when the population immigrated to North America. On our way back to Ribera Grand, a last detour took us to the Whalers Lookout.
I had the feeling I was going up all day long. Flores. Up, up, up. That's the way. So we are going to a watch house. That's why we are going up so much. These were the houses that were used by
Come closer.
that were used by the whalers at the time when they were still hunting or fishing whales. And nowadays they are not used anymore, but we can go and have the nice views. Oh, look. That's where we're heading.
Wow! There, on top, there. Whew. Whew. Up, up, up. Whoa. Look at this. Ta-da! That's the Vigia, the watch house. And when you come up here, you get this gorgeous view of Ribera Grand.
This is a Fajar, and the Fajar is a geographical name combination for this kind of land.
Fajars are supratidal talus, in other words, small plains originally created by lava or landslides. Here we are at the viewpoint. I mean, it's not a viewpoint, it's a watch house, where they would check for whales. They would see like the whale sprout, and then they would like tell their hunter, fishermen where the whale is.
They would make signs.
Yes.
I think with a kind of alarm, and then the fishermen would go down to the port. On different boats they would go, and the first one that got to the whale had the right to shoot.
So
if he got it, the whale belonged to that boat.
the vigias, or whale spotters, would stare for hours at the sea in order to spot a whale. And são as vacas. Au, morder não. Morder não. Olá.
It was time to continue our waterfall challenge, this time with a local expert. Our friend Luís was the right guy.
Se era deixada a secar, depois aqui nessa ponta faz-se o nó. E isto depois utilizava-se para meter as coisitas, metia-se aqui no meio, amarrava-se. Depois era dado o nó aqui. Dava-se duas voltas. Depois amarrava tudo aqui.
He gave us many insights about the local flora and fauna, and he also taught us how to find delicious watercress. With him, we managed to find some really hidden gems, such as this hidden waterfall and its pond.
Look at this gorgeous beauty. Luís ventured with us even deep inwards into the forest, where he introduced us to another jewel, the Ribera du Bocaglia waterfall.
Oi.
But he left the best for last. The trek to this last waterfall was nothing short of breathtaking, leading us through the lushest forest we have ever seen.
We're up for Another waterfall. Up, up, up. Come.
This is the Ribera Grand waterfall. This waterfall can also be viewed from the top, from where the views are just breathtaking. There we had to be very careful because of the strong winds. Okay, we admit we got a bit carried away with the music here, but you get the idea, right? The way back was no less adventurous. Crossing the river and big boulders. Annabella on the rocks. And Luis, our guide, being very helpful. Great guy. We had loads of fun with him. We are so glad that today
We are not on a motorbike.
we have a
because
car. Yeah!
It's raining and we are going to have a tour of the island with a car. Which
So we
is really
thought having a
comfortable.
car would be a good idea and not getting soaking wet like you see here. Off we go. While driving around, we came across many beautiful viewpoints.
Such as this one.
Or this one here.
We even came across yet another waterfall, the Ribera do Fundão, hidden by the morning mist. Jorge is driving again.
A car! Crazy!
But good, no?
Yes. Yes, with all this wind and rain and fog, it's comfortable having a car. After the waterfalls, we want to explore now the many lakes of the island. There are 7 in total, and they are definitely worth a detour. Just have a look at the majestic Lagoa Funda, which literally means deep lagoon. Or the dark and mysterious Lagoa Comprida, which means the long lagoon. Today we switch driver.
Today we have the best driver. So smooth. Always looking on the road.
So smooth.
Not like Jorge.
Very smooth.
Always looking somewhere else.
And we have blue sky. Yoo-hoo! Well,
Almost.
a bit of blue sky there. Let's see what the day brings. While driving around the island with the car, we took the opportunity to explore another highlight of the island, the Albernage coast, with its beautiful lighthouse. Here at this rugged coast, the weather is as unpredictable as it can be, and the wind is the strongest we have ever experienced. While driving around Flores, this island reserved yet another surprise for us. By chance, we had the privilege to witness the miracle of life.
Estava apertadinho, ela começou a ficar bem, estava bem, estava apertado.
It
nada do Zé. Corri isso tudo em volta, nessas buracos, nada. Vinha aqui para a estrada fora a pé, ali contra o mar.
One more happy cow in the Azores.
After so much emotion and to relax our sore legs from all the hiking, we went for a refreshing swim in one of the many natural pools.
Okay, Jorge went for a refreshing swim.
But Flores is not only about waterfalls.
There are picturesque villages, beautiful churches,
Delicious food, and a very interesting whale museum.
We enjoyed our visit to Flores very much. The highlight has been without a doubt its pristine and wonderful nature. Next time we return, we will certainly find more waterfalls, more lakes and more hikes to walk. Thank you, Flores.
Curious about the Azores? Check out our 164 pages magazine entirely dedicated to the Azores on diariesof magazine.com.